This was camp over here. We had these little slots for cowboy camping. Worked out great. That's all we needed. Welcome to day 18 on the Arizona Trail in the Four Peak Wilderness. Today we are starting from mile 361 right on a saddle. We had a great sunrise over Lake Roosevelt, and this section has been a little bit tricky. It is constantly rocky, slanted, and a lot of overgrowth, but we're getting through it bit by bit this morning. And shortly we will get to our first water source of the day. And we've made it to Shake Spring. And this is our water source today. Nice and cold. We got a sign here. Let's see what it says. So that would be the end of the Four Peaks Wilderness, which was a tough section. A lot of overgrowth and slow travel. We are now on passage 21, Pine Mountain. The trail joins a dirt road here from the Pigeon Spring Trailhead, which I am not complaining about. This has been quite refreshing. I can see deals way off in the distance over there. This is what we're working with here. Pretty gross. Guess we have no choice.
It's that cucumber Gatorade, man.
It's the cucumber Gatorade. Except the aftertaste is going to be a lot different. Doesn't look too bad once it's in the bottle. Time to filter this. Drinking lead acid batteries. Got my ramen here. Quick early lunch, and we're going to push another 8.5 miles to the next water source, which is a stream. Because this one here is not a wonderful one, but the water tastes okay once filtered. We got our last big climb of the day here, which isn't actually too bad, but it is pretty steep. And then it's pretty cruisy all the way to Payson. Back on trail at last. Woo-wee! We have water. Wow. This is beautiful. An actual stream. We did a quick water fill up, and now we have about 2 miles remaining to get to the highway, which I believe is Highway 86. It's currently 3 p.m., so we should be there around 3:45, and then we'll have to hitch a ride into the town of Payson, which is a 32-mile hitch, which is why we've been pushing to leave ourselves several hours of daylight to try and do that. It's pretty easy to tell where there's actually flowing water. You can see where all this greenery is. This is where the creek was that we crossed. And there's the highway right here. Here we are, Highway 87. Now for the hard part, pitching the town. We got super lucky after all, and were picked up about 5 minutes later by a nice guy who was on a solo road trip visiting some national parks. He brought us right into town, dropped us off at the McDonald's, and we were ecstatic. And we hung out there for a few hours. We are now in the town of Payson. We've been eating some food, and we are just trying to find some power plugs to charge our devices and somewhere to camp for the night. But that wraps up day, was it 18 on the Arizona Trail? a plug? Okay.
Plug in,
I'm in. Okay, let me grab one. The Walmart dinner. We have a rotisserie chicken. We have mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, gravy, some bread in our little chairs. Power plugs right in our own little quarters.
Good morning from behind the Walmart in Payson.
Welcome to day 19 on the Arizona Trail. Today started camping in the forest behind the Walmart. As we saw the sun rise over that beautiful building, we got up, went into the store and did our resupply. We are now back on trail exactly where we left off yesterday, thanks to Matt, who gave us a 32-mile ride from Payson back to here. It was a bit hard to hitch out of town. A lot of cars went by. I think we were there about an hour and a half. And then Matt came to save the day. He was heading back home into town and he decided to do a good deed for other hikers and brought us back here. So thank you so much, Matt. Pleasure to meet you. Payson was a great resupply, a much bigger town than we anticipated. There was a McDonald's there, there was a Walmart there, so everything we needed.
Oh, yeah, dog. Good flow. Good flow.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
We are equipped with 3 days of food to get about 72 miles to the next town of Pine. It is now 1:30 in the afternoon. We are gonna eat some food, take a bit of a break, and then get going. We were hoping to do about 15 or 16 miles to a spring where we are probably going to camp. Let's do it. 5 miles into the day, and we have a pool of water here in this creek bed. Looks pretty good, other than the fact that there's cow dung all over the place. Otherwise, it looks clear. All right, we're gonna grab some water and continue. 393 miles from Mexico and 407 miles from Utah. It is easy to tell when you are near water because you'll have actual greenery and trees. And that stream right there has some water. Most of it is dry now. We're finding some pools here and there. It's the same stream that we got water from further down. But clearly in the winter, this is flowing quite well because there is tons of greenery. I am now hiking in Passage 22, Saddle Mountain, within the Mazatzal Wilderness. And I believe this up there would be Saddle Mountain. And there we have deals. You want to sniff?
I can smell them like from here.
Don't worry, we are stopping to smell the flowers. Only a few more miles to camp. The sun has now set and we are quickly approaching mile 400 of the Arizona Trail. It is going to be pretty dark very soon, and so I'm going to do my outro here for day 19. We are heading to Thicket Spring because there is no other marked water in the area, although we did find some water that I marked in my guide. It will require a little bit of night walking. We are now on a climb, and then we have a descent, and then another climb all the way to camp. Even though today has been a short 15-mile day, I am pretty excited to get to camp, lay down, and make dinner. One thing's for sure, it will be nice being able to cowboy camp in the middle of nature where we don't have to worry about other people like we did behind the Walmart in Payson last night. I am far less worried about the mountain lions, the bears, the cougars, and all that stuff than I am of people. And here is the 400-mile marker. Very cool. That means halfway on the Arizona Trail. Thank you for joining us on this adventure, and we will see you in the next one. Ooh-wee. Made it to water. Home sweet home.